bias was increased to say 8, then we'll see that what's flowing into 10H now is 2, and 10H is squashing to 0.96. So we're already hitting the tail of this 10H, and it will sort of go up to 1 and then plateau out over there. Okay, so I'm going to do something slightly strange. I'm really changing.
Well,
currently it's not squashing too much because the input to it is pretty low. So let's see how that worked. There we go. And went through 10H to produce this output. So now 10H is a sort of our little micrograd supported node here as an operation. And as long as we know the derivative of 10H, then we'll be able to backpropagate through it. Now let's see this 10H in action. Currently it's not squashing too much because the input to it is pretty low. So if the bias was increased to say 8,
all right, let's speed it up.
We'll see that what's blowing into the 10H now is 2, and 10H is squashing to 0.96. So we're already hitting the tail of this 10H, and it will sort of smoothly go up to 1 and then plateau out over there. Okay, so I'm going to do something slightly strange. I'm going to change the bias from 8 to this number, 6.88, etc. And I'm going to do this for specific reasons because we're about to start backpropagation, and I want to make sure that our numbers come out nice. They're not like very crazy numbers, they're nice numbers that we can sort of understand in our head. Let me also add both label. O is short for the code here.
O dot label equals O.
So that's the order. Okay, so 28 flows into 10H comes out 0.7. So now we're going to do backpropagation and we're going to fill in all the gradients. So what is the derivative of O with respect to all the inputs here? And of course, in typical neural setting, what we really care about the most is the derivative of these neurons on the weights specifically, the W2 and W1, because those are the weights that we're going to be changing part of the optimization. And the other thing that we have to remember is here we have only a single neuron, but in the neural net you typically have many neurons and they're connected. So this is only like one small neuron that needs to be a much bigger puzzle, and eventually there's a loss function that sort of measures the accuracy of the neural net, and we're backpropagating with respect to that accuracy and trying to increase it. So let's start off backpropagation here. And what is the derivative of O with respect to O? The base case, sort of, we know always is that the gradient is just 1.0. So let me fill it in, and then let me split out the drawing function here.
Way ahead.
And then here, so
like one step ahead.
Clear this up here. Okay. So now when we draw O, we'll see that O that grad is 1. So now we're going to backpropagate through the 10H. So to backpropagate through 10H, we need to know the local derivative of 10H. So if we have that O is 10H of n, then what is dO by dN? Now what you could do is you could come here and you could take this expression and you could do your... So now when we draw O, we'll see that O that grad is 1. So now we're going to backpropagate through the 10H. So to backpropagate through 10H, we need to know the local derivative of 10H. So if we have that O is 10H of n, then what is dO by dN? Now what you could do is you could come here and you could take this expression and you could do your calculus derivative taking, and that would work. But we can also just scroll down Wikipedia here into a section that hopefully tells us that derivative d by dx of 10H of x is any of these. I like this one, 1 minus 10H squared of x. So this is 1 minus 10H of x squared. So basically what this is saying is that dO by dN is 1 minus 10H of n squared. And we already have 10H of n, it's just O. So it's 1 minus O squared. So O is the output here. So the output is this number, minus 10H squared of x. So this is 1 minus 10H, calculus derivative taking 10H. We need to know the local derivative of 10H. So if we have that, so now when we draw O, we'll see that O that grad is 1. So now we're going to backpropagate through the 10H. So to backpropagate through 10H, we need to know the local derivative of 10H. So if we have that O is...
Why? Okay. Cool.
10h of n. Then what is dO by dN? Now what you could do is you could come here and you could take this expression and you could do your calculus derivative taking, and that would work. But we can also just scroll down to Wikipedia here into a section that hopefully tells us that derivative d by dx of 10h of x is any of these. I like this one, 1 minus 10h squared of x. So this is 1 minus 10h of x squared. So basically what this is saying is that dO by dN is 1 minus 10h of n squared. And we already have 10h of n, it's just O. So it's 1 minus O squared. So O is the output here. So the output h of n is just saying it. But we can also just scroll down Wikipedia here into a section that hopefully tells us that derivative d by dx of 10h of x is any of these. I like this one, 1 minus 10h squared of x. So this is 1 minus 10h of x squared. So basically what this is saying is that dO by dN is 1 minus 10h of n squared. And we already have 10h of n, it's just O. So it's 1 minus O squared. So O is the output here. So the output
Load. What? Oh my god, okay. What?
But is this number. With that data is this number. And then what this is saying is that dO by dN is 1 minus this squared. So 1 minus that data squared is 0.5 conveniently. So the local derivative of this 10.
Wait, what? 6.88137.
Operation here is 0.5. And so that would be dO by dN. So we can fill in that rad is 0.5. We'll just fill in. So this is exactly 0.5, 1/2. So now we're going to continue the backpropagation. This is 0.5, and this is a plus node. So how is backprop going to, what is backprop going to do here? And if you remember our previous example, a plus is just a distributor of gradient. So this gradient will simply flow to both of these equally.
Okay.
but that's because the local derivative of this operation is 1 for every one of its nodes. So 1 times 0.5 is 0.5. So therefore, we know that this node here, which we called this, its grad is just 0.5. And we know that b dot grad is also 0.5. So let's set those and let's draw. B dot grad is also 0.5. So let's set those and let's draw. So those are 0.5. Continuing, we have another plus. 0.5 again will just distribute. So 0.5 will flow to both of these. So we can set, there's x2w2 as well. Grad is 0.5. And let's redraw. Pluses are my favorite operations to backpropagate through because it's very simple. So now it's flowing into these expressions as 0.5. And so really, again, keep in mind what derivative is telling us at every point in time along here. This is saying that if we want the output of this neuron to increase, then the influence on these expressions is positive on the output. Both of them are positive contribution to the. And so really, again, keep in mind what derivative is telling us at every point in time along here. This is saying that if we want the output of this neuron to increase, then the influence on these expressions is positive on the output. Both of them are positive contribution to the output. So now, backpropagating to x2 and w2 first.
Okay.
This is a time. If we want the output of this neuron to increase, then the influence on these expressions is positive on the output. Both of them are positive.
Okay, so
distribution of the output. So now backpropagating to x2 and w2 first. This is a times node. So we know that the local derivative is going to be their term. So if we want to calculate x2 dot grad, then can you think through what it's going to be?
Okay, so between all these things, we gotta find the derivative of x1 w1 x1 w1. Okay, so derivative of x1 w1 will respect it's just gonna be w1.
First, this is a times node. So we know that the local derivative is going to be other term. So if we want to calculate x2 dot grad, then can you think through what it's going to be? So x2 dot grad will be w2 dot beta times this x2 w2 dot grad, right? And w2 dot grad will be x2 dot beta times x2 w2 dot grad, right? So that's the little local piece of chain rule. Let's set them and let's redraw. So here we see that the gradient on our weight 2 is 0 because x2's data was 0, right? But x2 will have the gradient 0.5 because data here was 1. Let's set them and let's redraw. So here we see that the gradient on our weight 2 is 0 because x2's data was 0, right? But x2 will have the gradient 0.5 because data here was 1. And so what's interesting here, right, is because the input x2 was 0, and because of the way the times works, of course this gradient will be 0. And to think about intuitively why that is, derivative always tells us the influence of this on the final output. If I wiggle w2, how is the output changing? It's not changing because we're multiplying by 0. So because it's not changing, there's no derivative. 0 is the correct answer. Of course, this gradient will be 0. And to think about intuitively why that is, derivative always tells us the influence of this on the final output. If I wiggle W2, how is the output changing?
Oh my
It's
god.
not changing because we're multiplying by 0. So because
Holy
it's not changing,
shit, I just understood. Oh my god. Holy shit. Incredible, amazing. Incredible. Okay, should I? 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
Derivative. And 0 is the correct answer because we're squashing with that 0. And let's do it here. 0.5 should come here and flow through this times. And so we'll have that x1 of graph is, can you think through a little bit what this should be? Local derivative of times.
It's going to be W1. It's going to be -3.
With respect to x1, it's going to be w1. W1's data times x1 w1 dot grad.
So x1 dot grad equals W1 dot data. Equals Wait, hold on. Why is it going to be equal?
And w1 dot grad will be x1 dot data times x1 w2 w1 dot grad. Let's see what those came out to be. So this is 0.5, so this would be negative 1.5, and this would be 1.
Wait, I'm so confused. Oh, it's a time symbol. Oh. Wait, hold on. Wait. Wait, my derivative was wrong? Wait, this is wrong. Okay. Okay. Hold on. So, wait. X1, W1. What is it again? Equals, right? So, X1 times W1. So, if you bump X1 by a little bit, then then it's a bit more W1. Okay. So then it should be W1, isn't it? Oh wait, but that's not what we're doing. Instead of passing it back. What is it that we're doing again? God damn, I've forgotten. Jesus Christ. Hold on a second. Okay, so it's saying that. Okay, so if we bump this by a little bit, then okay, then this will just change by itself. Okay, if we bump this by a little bit, we bump. So we bump over by a little bit. Ah, wait, why are we getting the derivative of tan h and stuff? Okay, hold on a second. Um, so why are we doing the derivative of this? Okay, so error propagation. Okay, tell me more about error propagation thing. Okay. Ah, okay, so we haven't actually got an error here. That's why it was. Okay, so Okay. Be precise. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.